My mic has been plugged in. Hopefully you can hear me. Looks like my audio is working. Hello. Music plays a lot better. Right. I'm always worried about being too quiet and then the music also being too loud. Or like me being too loud and then you can't hear the music. So as always, just let me know if you can even hear it. Because I noticed in my last stream, I couldn't even hear the music. I rewatched it and I was like, oh god, I can't even hear the music. I can't even hear it. So yeah, welcome back to the stream. I had a stream today. I was pretty busy yesterday, so I decided to push it off to today. I'm doing another little stream as always. I titled it Ghost Mask FAQ, so I might be answering more questions. I actually will probably go ahead and pull up the references I'm working on, just so I can have those, the little worksheet that I have. It helps me talk about it to have something kind of pulled up. So yeah, I've got my papers. My little papers, a little cheat sheet to help me. Yeah, welcome. Also, what was I gonna say? Oh gosh, I have such a bad memory. Oh my gosh, I have such a hard time. Okay, hold on. I was not expecting that song to be so upbeat. I like it though. Alright. But yeah, I'm gonna be drawing while I do this, so I figured I would just make the FAQ part optional, just in case there are questions. If there's not, then I can still draw and it's not like, you know, like, oh, there's like no questions to answer. Oh, well, I'll just draw. I'll just do that. And if there are questions, then, I can focus more time on that. So, I just kind of title it whatever I kind of plan the stream to be, I kind of just title it what I think will be the main subject of it. So it's not necessarily like it has to be an FAQ. It can also just be, me answering some things and then still doing other things. Oh, I am not on the right screen. There we go. The video I'm working on, I actually really like, oh my gosh, is this music too loud? I hope it's not too loud. I am gonna take my earbud out though so I don't hear it. So just let me know. Oh, also on the wrong layer. Yeah, working on a video while I'm streaming has been really good because it helps me continue my work on my videos and also, draw for you guys. And so I've really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed the idea of working on videos, talking about the videos I'm making. I have quite a few shorts I'm working on right now. This is one of them. This will be a YouTube short. And I've got 2 shorts already ready to be uploaded. And the reason I have them is because I try to keep up with my videos. And so I always want something there to upload. So I won't always upload something right as soon as I finish it. Like sometimes I'll finish a video before Friday. Or I've actually finished the video the day of Friday and exported it that day. Luckily it doesn't take too long. That's always stressful though. That's very stressful, getting home from work and immediately hopping on my computer, drawing everything as quick as I can, finishing it up, making the thumbnail, and then exporting it. And oftentimes that's when a video has to premiere a lot later, depending on how late I get home from work. It kind of just depends on how early I get off of work, and then the drive home and all that stuff. Sorry, moving my mic. Your ears have been warned. Okay. Yeah, my mic is in an unfortunate position. I'm gonna have to try to find a new place for it because it's quite interfering with my workspace. You can't see it on here because I don't have a camera, but man, is my mic in an annoying place. So there's no music playing. Oh my god. I think I will just have this tab open, and then I think this will, okay. this should prevent it from, not playing. So this should let it continue playing. There might be like a brief pause, but I think it should still autoplay from here. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't always upload a video as soon as I get done with it. Anyways, I started blasting. I love that meme. Hi! Hello, Asher. No, it's okay. I actually really like, I really like joking about Ghost Mask. I love the little inside jokes. Oh my god. You know what? I might make that video. I might have to use that audio. That's, oh my gosh. Oh man, I love it. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Like I was saying, I'm just gonna be doing a Ghost Mask FAQ, just kind of optional. It doesn't have to be one. It's just kind of there. If you want to ask questions, I can go more into depth today. I have my notes with me. I have everything prepared because my story is so big that I have to take notes about my own story. So that's fun. And then I'm gonna be working on a video while I talk about things. So, yeah, just kind of the status quo at this point. I think this is probably my favorite types of stream to do. I have thought about like doing more of a reactionary stream, but in order to do that, I'd have to have someone like I don't know, because it's not really the type of streaming I would want to do, but maybe like I don't know. See, it's still a huge work in progress. I'm not quite sure what else I could really stream other than art. But I might have more fun streams, like more just like laid back and like not worrying about art, not worrying about drawing, not worrying about videos, just reacting to stuff. I would have to have someone vet the videos, though, of course, because it is not smart to stream without having someone check the videos that people send you. You should never do that if you ever decide to stream. It's a very dangerous thing, you know. People could send you anything, and it could be disguised, and yeah, you don't want to get banned on stream. So for something like that, I would have to have someone vet. I could probably have my husband do it if he wanted to, if he was up to it. Just vet the videos and watch them before I stream them. That way it's still a surprise to me, but I'm pretty sure that's what the term vet means. Pretty sure, like vetting videos. Yeah, still partially new to streaming, despite having done it for at least 2 months now. Or month and a half? 2 months? When did I start? I don't know. I started at one point. You'll find I have a very bad memory, which is also why I have to write everything for my story down. I am looking at the chat here. I actually am not sure how OBS does this. I don't know how, like, what do you say? Like, how accurate it is? How much it keeps up with it? Like, the actual YouTube chat? So, yeah, if I don't see the message for a while, that might be why. But I do have my chat, and I always keep peeking at it. The perks of having 2 screens. Having 2 screens and streaming is so much better. Oh man, Rose is certainly a big issue in Ghost Mask. She's like, at first when I first made Rose, I was like, oh, she's just gonna be like a sidekick kind of villain. But then I like explored her lore a little bit, and I'm like, man, she's just like the second crazy gal in command, and I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed the little short I made about Rose, by the way. I liked it. You got to see her in color and got to see her full design, and I really love her. I really love her design. So that was one of my favorite characters to make. She's actually one of my newest characters. I've mentioned, but a lot of my characters, like Ray and Mantis and Perry, a lot of them, they've been around for a long time. Rose and Zack are actually the newest characters that I have. I think Rose is newer than Zack, though. I made Zack in 2020, I believe. 2021, 2020, around that time. And then I made Rose in, I think, 2022. So she's very recent. Actually, it might have been a little earlier than 2022. I'm having a hard time remembering. But a lot of my other characters have been around for quite some time. So they've been giving a lot of revamps. And Rose and Zach have not really gone through very many revamps. They've kind of stayed the same character that I always envisioned them to be. And I'm still trying to add more, of course, and more depth to them. Writing a story is very hard. Writing characters is very hard. So, you know, I make my little short videos. I make my little short animations because I am building up to one day have a bigger project one day. Wow, I just listened to the music. So sorry, I don't like it. I'm gonna change it. Where's my magical unicorn songs? Okay, okay, it's okay. It's actually not that bad. I think I like this one, don't I? Yeah, I love this song. Okay, sorry. Sometimes, because I've been taking my earbud out so I can like focus on talking and stuff, because the music in my ear distracts me, and so I take my earbud out and then I go look at the song that's playing. And I'm like, what is playing in my stream? Oh man, I'm gonna get a playlist. I know, very unprofessional. I need to get a playlist. By now, I should have it together, and I do. I have it mostly together. You know, I know what I'm doing for the most part in some regards. But yeah, I'll probably go ahead and make like a playlist. I'll probably just download a bunch of songs, have a playlist on my computer. That way it just like, it goes through songs I already have listened to and know. We'll still have to be non-copyrighted, because I'm pretty sure I cannot stream that. I don't know, because the other day I heard someone use a copyrighted song on YouTube on like a live stream. I was like, is it okay? But they were a big YouTuber, and I was like, I'm kind of a teeny bitty one. Maybe they have rights. Maybe they have like something they can do. Like maybe they're more able to. I would rather not risk it, considering how teeny tiny my channel is and how something like that could very much damage a channel, especially if you get copyright striked. I really don't want to be copyright stricken, so I tend to be very cautious about using copyrighted music in live streams. I do use copyrighted music for other videos, but it's claimed, and so it's fine to use on YouTube. YouTube back in the day, though, I've been on YouTube since I was like 8 years old. Like, not making videos. Well, I did actually have a YouTube channel. I did, but I was 8, so it wasn't a good YouTube channel. But I've been on YouTube since I was 8, and so I remember the days where you could not find a piece of music on YouTube to save your life. You could not. YouTube was so strict. The second that a video was uploaded with a copyright song, it would get taken down. Like, it was one of the most intense copyright times in YouTube. Like, you had to use original music for your videos. They implemented I don't know when they implemented the claim system. They may have always had it, and then they just kind of broadened the scope of who could use it. But I tend to be very careful. There's actually, this is some YouTube lore. This is some YouTube lore I've never talked about. I have a canceled video that I've never released from like 7 or 8 months ago. I made a video. I spent weeks working on it. Made the video. And the song I was using you couldn't use it. Like, the copyright laws on it were so strict. They only had like the music video, and that was it. No one else was allowed to use that song. If you use that song, even if you like heightened the pitch and made it nightcore or something, you would get taken down. And it was the first time I'd ever had a video blocked entirely. It gave me the red symbol, like you literally cannot upload this. It is blocked in every country in the entire world. This is not a song you're able to use. And I looked at it and I was like, maybe I can use a cover, but then I'd have to go back and edit the timing. And then I looked at the video itself and I was like, well, it wasn't that good anyway. And I just ended up not having anything to upload that day. Because I found out the day of I was trying to upload the video. I think I went on Twitter and was like, yeah, I'm having some issues, so no video. I don't know what else. I can't remember if I uploaded like a little speed paint or something instead or what, but that was brutal, man. That was hard. That was difficult to deal with. I was not having a good time. And I still haven't uploaded that video to this day. I have not uploaded that video. I cannot. YouTube will not allow it. It is so copyright stricken, or it's so like strict on the copyright, I should say, that I couldn't even upload it. So that was rough. But it was a long time ago. I've gotten over it, and to be fair, at least it wasn't a full animation. It was just an animatic. And it did involve Zach and Ray, which are my favorite animacs to make, of course, because I love Zach and Ray. No, Derthier, poor Derthier. I will include Derthier in future stuff. I promise. I actually have an animatic with him and Zach in the making right now. It is gonna take a while, so the animatic may not come out for like a couple months, but well, I say that. I would say a couple months might actually be too strict. I could probably have it out in like a month, maybe about. I promise I will give Derthier more time. I really like his design too. Have I done here? You know what? I will show the full Derthier design. I will go find it. I have it somewhere. Hold on. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have so many tabs of things open. No, must charge it. Oh man, I hate when I'm at work and my phone's starting to like get to that point where it's at like 10%, 9%, 8%. I'm like, no, I have like a 30-minute drive home. I need my podcast. Like, I need my phone to stay alive. Let me see. I know I have a full color picture of Derthier on here somewhere. It's just been a while since I've drawn him. I kind of was on a Rose phase, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of was on a Rose phase and a Zach phase. Derthier deserves his time, though. He deserves it. He deserves it. Where are you, Derthier? Can you come out, please? You know what? I'm looking through the wrong thing. Hold on. Oh, hold on. BRB. I gotta find it. I'm like obsessed with this now. I'm not gonna stop until I find his reference picture. Where is it? I will find it. I have so many drawings, dude. I have so many drawings to look through. I'm never gonna find it at this point. Oh my gosh. If there's a will, there's a way. If there's a will, there's a way. Where are you, Derthier? I know you're around here somewhere. Bruh. Where is he? I can't find him. Oh my gosh. It's starting to get like hot. Like I'm like feeling like pressure now. I cannot find Derthier. I don't draw him very often, which is a problem, but I did have a picture of him at one point. Where did he go? Oh! Success! Oh, but this is a really old drawing, dude. Oh, this is such an old drawing, dude. Okay. You know what? I'll still show it. There's Derthier. It's really not good drawing. It's really old. It's really not good. He has robotic arms in the afterlife, which I'll explain how that can even happen. Yeah, he lost his arms in an accident, which is one of the only known things that can cause ghosts to lose their limbs. Through basically a laser machine malfunction, which the specialty lasers that the Souls of Paradise crew work with are the only things that can destroy ghost bodies and ghost souls, basically. So if you were ever to actually perma-die, quote-unquote, that would be the only way. So yeah, basically these giant lasers blew up and he had a very bad accident and he had to get robotic arms. And then he has all this, and like I said, it's not a good drawing. It's not a good drawing. It's not my favorite. I need to update Derthier's. I'm probably gonna go through and update every single person's reference sheet, update them, do all that good stuff, and then I will be able to have better images of everyone's character designs, because I see them in my head. Like, I see them in my head while I'm planning stuff, and I know in a lot of animatics I don't actually draw them like fully fleshed out. So typically whenever that happens, I go off of reference in my head, but you know, you can only do that for so long before you're like, well, I have to actually see it to know exactly what I want this character to look like. So there have been characters that I've had like visualized for years, but I've never actually sat down and drawn them. And so I have had to work on that, and so Dorothea is one of those characters that I visualize a lot. He's in the story a lot. He's just not someone I draw a lot. Versus Ray, who's not only in the story a lot, but someone I also draw a lot. So I have a very clear image of what I know, like what Ray looks like. I know what he looks like. I know what he sounds like in my head, what I want him to sound like, stuff like that, right? Also, this arm's a little wonky. My sketches are never the best. I often spend way less time on the sketches because I spend so much time on my line art. Like, I mean, you see, I've been streaming for almost 20 minutes, and this is all the line art I've done. Granted, I'm talking, but I am very slow with line art, so I'm trying to get faster. But I do enjoy, like, certain, I enjoy my lines to look really nice and neat, and so I clean them up a lot, so, I'll go back and I'll do that, or I'll do this, or, something of that matter. And so, my cat's eating. She's eating. Oh my gosh, I really hope she doesn't throw up. She eats so much. Please don't. Not on a stream. Please don't throw up. I'm like, please. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh man. This line art's taking me forever. I'm starting to really realize how long it takes me to do things. Yeah. I also say a lot. Trying to work on that. Very bad habit. I mean, I know live streams aren't supposed to be scripted or anything, but good lord, I would do really well with like a teleprompter. Just have like words flash up on the screen like on a TV show or something. I don't know, man. Something to help me like stay focused, stay on track. Were there any ghost mask questions, by the way? I've looked at the chat, but oh, that's a Vine? I'm trying to think if I've seen that Vine before. I can't remember. But I will check it out. I will Google it after this. I definitely I'm always open to video ideas. So I've written some stuff down from streams. I'm still working on a character video and like an introduction video, so I will take note. As long as you're okay with me using ideas, of course. If you're like, oh, I'm just doing this for fun, you don't have to make a video, that's also cool. But I love watching videos. I do love watching like shorts and TikToks and Vines of my characters and visualizing a character in them. Oh man, that's one of my favorite things to do. There's this one TikTok, or like I think it was originally a TikTok where it's like, Bethany, I made biscuits, and it's so I'm making it a video because it's so funny and stupid, but I love it. It's so silly. I love it. It's one of my favorite TikToks right now. I keep hearing the audio when I'm scrolling through. I got TikTok a while ago, by the way. I was pretty hesitant for a while. I was like, I don't know. But, like, I gave it a try. I actually enjoy it. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I mean, it's basically like Vine 2.0, except longer videos and more trendy-ish. I just kind of like the Vine-like stuff, though. I kind of like some of the Vine energy that some of the TikToks can have. That's always fun. Especially because while I was into the Vine era, I never had a Vine account. It's like some like hidden deep lore that like existential crisis Maddie has at like night. I missed out on so many Vines, and now it's gone. Was there a reason that they shut it down? I can't even remember the reason. It was so long ago that Vine shut down. Dude, we were all in such disbelief about it too. Oh my gosh, dude. People cried. People were so upset. That was like a revolutionary thing on the internet. It was like one of those things like you had to be there. Like legitimately. I mean, I think a lot of people were there for Vine. It's quite literally one of the most influential websites or apps that has ever really existed, I would argue. I mean, it was pretty damn popular. So, I mean, if you missed out on Vine, I could understand that, but I mean, it would have been hard because it was a huge ordeal back in the day. And I say back in the day because it feels like it wasn't that long ago, but that was like 10 years ago. It was like 2013. Oh my gosh, that doesn't feel that long ago until you look at 2023 and you look at the year and you're like, oh my god, that was 10 years ago. How is that even possible? Time flies when you get older, I'll say that. Like, the older you get, the faster time goes by, and I don't like that. I do not like that whatsoever. Am I ever gonna get started on this face? I actually erased the face because I didn't like it. I did not like the face at all. And I erased it on the sketch, and now I have no face to work with. I have 2 eyebrows. Yeah, I have a better idea, actually. You know what? That's the face. That's the face. It's the new face of Ray. Not changing anytime soon. Oh my god. It looks so stupid. It looks really dumb. I love it. I mean, I do like the odd eyes, but if you were gonna do something like that, you could make it work like this. Like, that actually looks really cute. That kind of reminds me of, like, Storytime animators. Like, that's really cute. But I think it's more of the context of everything else having so much detail, and then you've got, like, the most simplest eyes. I think that's cute. It's silly. Oh, it's okay. No worries. Man, I've been thinking about getting an iPad. I would love to get one so I can, like, draw in bed and stuff. Like, because my tablet right now is, it's a screen tablet, but it's not portable. It's just like basically a second monitor. You plug it into your computer, so it's not like a Cintiq or anything. It's just a monitor that you plug in, and I love it. I love it to death. But I can't take it with me, you know, when I want to lay in bed or lay on the couch or anything. And so I have thought about getting an iPad, but that's pretty pricey, so I have been thinking about it, though. it would be a big thing to drop, but, yeah, I've definitely thought about it for drawing, because I know they have oh, what's it called? They have that really good art app on there. I don't remember what it's called, though. I had it, and then I lost it. That's okay. You know what I mean, though. But yeah, for now, I'll probably stick with this tablet as my main source of drawing, because I absolutely love it. I don't even really do traditional art anymore. I mean, I do sketches and stuff, but of my characters at work especially. But yeah. This is a video that I'm doing where it's like, oh man, dude. Like, it's heartbreaking. It's a really short video, but just like it's more of the, oh, hello. Welcome back. But yeah, the video, this little short I'm doing is, it's more about the dialogue than anything. It's like, it's really short, and I animated what was I talking about? Oh, I animated the mouse. Dude, I feel like Rose is so chaotic. If a car was driving by, she would just, like, jump on the hood of the car. Like, and just ride there. And, like, oh, my headphones. God, reduced to atoms. Alright. Anyway, I feel like Rose is so chaotic, she would just, like, sit on the top of the van. Like, if there was, like, a van driving by, she would just sit on there. Or, she would, like, shotgun vine. Oh, my gosh. Do I not know some of these? Man, now I feel old, dude. I will look up these after I get done streaming. And I'll take a look-sees. But in general, Rose is like chaotic evil. I think I've officially put her in the category of like chaotic evil. She's just crazy. I will look for some more funny videos for Rose as well, other than the vines you mentioned, because I feel like her chaos can go so far, dude. Like, she can be scary. Like, even if it puts it in perspective, even Zach has been afraid of Rose at times. Like, even Zach, and like, you know, Zach like killed his best friend. pretty much with, not with no thought, but with relative ease, considering the, death. Considering how permanent it is. Yeah, so it says a lot when even your main villain is scared of your side villain. Hey, where'd this dog come from? Go away. Get out of here. I was also thinking about, I actually am working on a little comic featuring Rose and Zach. And so I have that working in the process. I've had a lot of stuff to do this week, so I haven't actually been able to draw as much as usually can, but I am working on a little mini comic where Rose and Zach have a little bit of a talk, and I love it. I'm very excited. I would say it would be relatively difficult to use someone's soul power against them. She tries, but she is not powerful enough to do that. I would say that would be a very, very higher level of strength, even higher than Ray. I would actually say, like Ray, like that would be something that like you would have to have like 100 years of training to be able to do. Possession itself takes at least 20 years to master. And you have to remember, Ray's been dead for 58 years. And Rose has been dead for, like, I think, 77 years or 76 years. I have to look at the chart where I put her death day, but she's been around for a long time as well. And even she, like, even Ray, who is actually more powerful than Rose, oddly enough, because training. So, even though, oh my gosh, my plushie just fell off my desk, rest in peace, Pusheen. Even though Ray hasn't been a ghost as long, he has more power because he actually practiced. And if you don't practice, it's kind of like, as a human, practicing running. You can run every day, and then you can really run every day. You know what I mean? You can run a couple laps around a building a couple times a day, or you could run like a mile a day, and only certain amounts of that is going to really help you build strength. You can lift up one dumbbell and call it a day, but if you actually put in a lot more effort, you're really making change. That's not to say you're not putting in effort if you only do the minimal. It just means that you're not going to see results nearly as efficiently, or you're not going to see results as quickly. So if you want to see those results, you're going to have to put in a little bit more effort, even though it may be hard because, things in life are difficult. Getting good at anything is difficult. So you have to put in the effort. And so that's kind of what is basically the embodiment of soul powers. You have to be willing to put in the effort in order to be a strong ghost. Otherwise, you can use your soul powers every now and then, but unless you actually practice using them, you're not going to be very powerful. And so it's just kind of like that. Something like using your soul power against someone's will is something so beyond any of my ghosts, but there are ghosts that can do it. My ghost characters specifically are not nearly that strong. That doesn't mean they won't become stronger in the series, though. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, hope that cleared some things up. Because it is certainly a lot. It's a lot of information. Ghosts have souls. They can control their souls and use it for good. Or evil, as Rose does. Yeah, it would be very scary. I don't know if anyone should allow Rose to ever have that much power. Even Ray, and I love Ray, and he's a good guy. But even having Ray be able to do that, it becomes a certain amount of power that you have to where you actually could be very easily you could really easily become corrupted by your own power. And that actually can happen. You can basically get taken over with power, basically go crazy from it. So you have to be very careful as a ghost. Otherwise, you might end up more like Rose, who was not always like that either. So, I'm saying this like it's advice you'll be able to follow. Obviously, none of you are ghosts, but like, you know what I mean? Like, this is just a story. But, for my ghost characters, they definitely don't want to do that. Maybe some of them do. Potentially get like that. Potentially. Maybe. Foreshadowing. Man, I try to drop a little bit of foreshadowing here and there. For sure, a lot of my shorts have hints of it, hints of other things. Dark side's a good hint. It's a hint of what could come. Man, I think about my story a lot at night. When I'm like sitting in bed going to sleep, I'm like, man, what do I want to do with this? What is like the next big step? And I think about ideas a lot. I actually, what I like to do with my story is I like to sit down and think, or pace around and think, because I also like to pace around, and try to find plot holes in my own story so that I can fix them. That's actually one of my favorite things to do. So I like to obviously go in depth, go into the lore, but I also, as someone who's writing a story, I want to imagine every plot hole, every question someone could ask me about my story. Like, is there only one afterlife? Why do they go the afterlife? How did they get there? Well, they get there through the soul wormhole. What's the soul wormhole? Well, it's the wormhole that sucks in souls once people die. Well, how does it know? Well, I can't, it's a wormhole, dude. That's what it's made to do. Who made it? I don't know. I'm not gonna go into that. There's some questions I can't answer. There's some things, of course, that I want to be left up in interpretation. It's no surprise that a story about an afterlife is going to raise questions about higher beings or gods, and I leave some of that up to interpretation. But I will answer a lot of the more, things that really can't be disputed, like there's a soul planet. The afterlife is in a different universe entirely, a parallel universe of the living world, with its own living planets and living creatures. I like to go and look at things people would look at my story from an outside perspective and think, what can I do to fix things that don't make sense? If someone were to look at this and look at it from a logical perspective and go, why does this, what is this? Like, what is a soul power? Like, what do you mean ghosts have bodies? Like, what, isn't the whole point of a ghost not to have a body? Well, it's not really a body, it's a replica body, and it's not even nearly the same weight as a body. Ghost bodies are like a 10th of the normal human body, and they're not even real bodies. They can still go through walls. They can still make themselves invisible. They can still fly. They can still do all the ghost things, but they do have a body that you can see. So that those are just a few things that I think about constantly, that if someone were to look at me and ask me a bunch of questions, how am I prepared to have the answers? And that's kind of what I was preparing for tonight. And I did have some answers tonight. So, yeah, in general, I like to have, I like to constantly think about my story, because it's the world to me. It's what I've been working on for so many years. And it's something I haven't given up on. So when it comes to my story, I always make sure that I am thinking about it, because you have to think about stories. You have to constantly think, how does this make sense? How are you going to explain this? How is this going to fit in your world? Why are these characters here? Are they here just to look cute, or are they here to actually serve a purpose in the story? And even though I love all my characters very much, and I would never do anything without them, I will admit that I have had to get rid of characters that served no greater purpose in the story. And it breaks my heart to say that, because there's characters that I love, and there's characters I never want to let go. But comes a point in your story where you're like, well, that there's no purpose for them anymore. They can just live as a background character and not have to worry. There is a ghost economy, for sure. It's basically, it's a little bit crazy. Ghost money is actually called, I believe I named it Shadows. So the ghost currency is called Shadows, which I thought was kind of cool. I really liked coming up with that. And so a shadow is basically a currency, basically similar to the US dollar, but mostly used in coins. Not very many dollar bills or anything. It's mostly a coin-based currency. Because the ghost did sort of rebuild a similar Earth. You know, well, it's not called Earth in my story, but you know what I mean, right? For clarity, it's similar to Earth, but not really. There's banking systems, but they are not stable. The economy is very, very unstable in this world because it's hard to keep people in line. For example, a lot of ghosts, you know, steal. A lot of ghosts don't follow rules. I think I mentioned this in my last video, or my last stream, that ghosts have a very hard time following rules. You know, they don't tend to like rules. There tends to be a lot of anarchy. There tends to be a lot of uproars, and there tends to be a lot of people who don't want to be controlled by a system. So you'll have a lot of ghosts steal. And so economy, there is an economy there that's trying to be worked, but it's pretty much like, you know, if you have the money, we'll give you the thing. If you don't have the money, most people don't even care anyway. Which you could ask, like, well, how does that work? Like, that's not an economy. Well, but there is still consequences for not paying for things. Just like in life now. But it's a lot more lax. There's not as many rules, similar to the laws. You know, there's laws, but they're not really heavily followed because it's really hard and there's a lot of ghosts in the afterlife, so it's pretty much impossible to control everyone. Essentially, the economy is kind of like the law in the afterlife, which is lawless. It's basically it's chaos. If you go to a bank, you may not even see a teller there in the afterlife. There may not even be anyone there. The safe might already be open. It probably is unlocked. That's how crazy the economy is. They tried and they failed to make a system. Essentially, creating an afterlife that has structure is very difficult because ghosts don't care. They're dead. They know they're dead. They've been dead for a long time. A lot of them, they don't want to live a life anymore. They don't want to be a human. They don't want to feel like a human trapped in another system. And, you know, whether or not you can relate, or, you know, we all feel crushed by the economy a lot, especially with prices nowadays. So it kind of makes sense that a ghost who's already lived through, you know, Great Depressions or constant recessions will not want to follow an economy-based system anymore and will just do whatever they want anyway. It kind of makes sense when you think about it. At least I tried to make it sound like it made sense. Once again, writing a story, difficult. I try to have an explanation for things, but there will be things that I don't have explanations for. And that's because this is a story that is a huge work in progress and will always be for a while until I can make a pilot, which is my ultimate goal in life. You know, if I had to have one goal besides traveling and going different places, or owning a house, it would be the goal of making my pilot. And that is one thing that I am working towards every day. Making a YouTube channel, wanting to eventually raise funds to be able to make the pilot, have more people see my work, have more people potentially be interested in helping me animate, because I will have to hire animators, stuff like that. So it's a big leap to do, and it's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So my heart's pretty set on it. Even if the pilot goes nowhere, if I make a pilot, I will be happy. That is it. It doesn't have to go anywhere. It doesn't have to go farther than that. I can continue the story in comic form. It's not a big deal. But if I can make a pilot, that is like my ultimate goal. So a lot of these questions will also be answered eventually anyway. Through pilots, through videos, through stories, through live streams like I'm doing now. And as always, it will be uploaded on YouTube after this. So that way I can have people, know a bit more about the story before I really dive into something as deep as a pilot. And so, yeah, I talk a lot. That's what sums my streams down to. I talk a lot, I go through a lot, and it happens. But as always, I do enjoy doing these streams, and I do enjoy clarifying things about my story, because it does mean the world to me, as always. And yeah, I have dreams of hopefully making my own pilot. I really, really hope that I can. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I've been streaming for about 46 minutes. I'm getting pretty tired, pretty hungry. Oh no! Oh my god, poor Mantis. dude, like, Ray and Isaac are both taller than Mantis, and so, like, that would be perfect. I think he's the second shortest next to Perry, who is the shortest out. Perry is the shortest out of the entire group. I'm gonna make it like a quick character lineup of them one day. Perry is by far the shortest. I think I made her height at like 4'11" or something, or 5'1", around that height area. So she's a little bit on the shorter side, but there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being shorter. But yeah, I love all my characters though, and gosh, I made Isaac really tall. I'm just remembering, I think I made him like 6'2". I made him really tall for like no reason. Like I wanted some height difference in my characters. Chloe's also pretty tall. I don't remember what I put her height as. I think 5'11". So she's tall. She's getting up there. She's pretty close to Isaac's height, and so is Carter. Carter is the purple-haired character you see occasionally. They have a ponytail. So yeah, that's another character I have. I actually pulled up I think I posted on YouTube, but oh wait, it's not showing. Like I almost spoiled a bunch of my videos. That would have been really bad. Okay, this picture though, I posted on YouTube, and so yeah, this is Carter, and this is Ray, and this is Mantis. So yeah, this is the beginning of Ghost Mask. So I finally like visualized it. I've been visualizing it for a long time. This is exactly what I want the scene to look like. It made it really quickly, so it's not the best looking image, but it works. It serves its purpose. It's concept art. It's art that I finally was able to put down on a piece of paper and visualize. The background's certainly iffy. I'm not good at backgrounds. I'm still working on that. But yeah. Like I said though, I am going to wrap up the stream. Thank you all again for watching. And thank you for coming to yet another chaotic Maddie live stream. As always, very chaotic, very crazy. I talk so much, which I think is why streaming is good for me. It gets out all the talking. Oh no, it's okay. I didn't take it as that. Don't worry. I definitely don't want to make fun of my character's height either. I think everyone is beautiful at any height, and I definitely don't want to make it the butt of a joke or anything. But no, I just thought it was funny too. Don't worry. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, some videos just fit characters in general. And it doesn't have to be like mean or anything. It can just be like, funny little joke like you said. But yeah, I will go ahead and wrap it up and, do closing thoughts, closing arguments. been listening to some true crime, so that's been on the mind. But yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching and coming to yet another live stream. I will be back hopefully next Monday. If things get busy, Tuesdays are also a viable day. But thank you all for coming. I hope you guys have a good night, good day, wherever it is where you live, and I hope you all be safe. And I will see you guys later. I don't know when I'll be uploading next. I might skip Friday because I did upload last Friday. I might upload a short Friday instead of a full video. I will think about that. But yeah, I hope you all have a very good night. Thank you again for joining my stream. And as always, I will see you guys next time. See you later.